you can't enforce something when you're not 100% certain on what you're trying to enforce. Does that make sense? Hi guys, we have made our way down to PURFLEET following the pedestrian footpath in support of Enlightened Audits, who we watched his video yesterday, and it turned out to be quite an eventful video. So we're going to make our way down to where he was, and we'll see what kind of interaction we get. Yeah, I'm going for it. I'm not interested in you guys. So
no
yeah, no. So I just, like I said, I didn't realise.
I'll tell you now, they'll probably cart you out of there straight away, probably. If you
I'm actually here from media because there was a guy down here the other day that got assaulted. Apparently, so I'm just here, just going to do a story.
Assaulted?
Apparently so. That's all I've been told, just to come and just take some pictures.
He's down here from the media because apparently someone got assaulted down here the other day. That bloke that was down here. No one got assaulted, I'll tell you that. That's from that. We never dealt with it. It was them. Like.
Yeah, no, like I said, they said it was these guys and not the builder. So I'm to be honest, I'm not interested in you guys. In fact, I don't mean to sound rude or anything.
Yeah. You just give us just let us know you're here, and we'll escort you right round.
I've got a high vis in my bag, if that helps you.
It's not that. Just obviously we're working on the footpath. It's not really
no
a route for pedestrians, so we'll just
guide us through. Yeah, no worries. I'll do that for you, mate. No worries. There you go. There is a footpath here. Okay, buddy. So there's a security lady there. That's the lady that actually spoke to EA Audits the other day. So we'll go over and speak to them. Excuse me. Good afternoon. From Pinac Media. Again, yeah, from Pinac Media. I've been sent here. Apparently somebody was assaulted here the other day, and I just wondered if there was any comments that you guys would like to make, or...
Assaulted?
Apparently so, yeah. Some guy that was filming, and I think they said one of your security guards kind of approached him quite aggressively and then pushed into him. So I'm just here, just covering the story, that was all.
Well, I'm afraid I've got no comment to say at the moment because obviously this is private property.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine.
So, you know...
Well, obviously I checked as well before I come down here because I heard the story, what was going on.
And we tried, not to my knowledge, no one was assaulted.
Okay.
So, but obviously, as I say, it's private property. There's no filming allowed, obviously, because we're on port.
Yeah, we get that. Obviously, when we get a report, obviously we come and cover it. Because we're transparent media. Yeah. And that's how the media should work.
There was no assault whatsoever.
Okay. I have seen the footage.
Yeah.
Right, and I will tell you, like, I'm biased, so like, I'm not he said she said, but there was a guy with a hat.
Right.
One of your security guards that I only saw a 30-second clip.
Yeah.
Who walked up to the guy that was filming. And bumped into him and put his hat over his camera. So that, in the terms of law, that would be classed as assault. I know, but I was just sent to cover the story. So okay, no, that's fine. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, and that's like fine.
Obviously, as I say, we've got private property here. We've got a lot of traffic coming through.
Yeah.
And for your own health and safety reasons. At the top of the road, you can do whatever you need to do. Yeah,
no worries. Because obviously I can't really take any pictures. I'm just going to take some pictures. I know what you said to the guy was a problem about high vises.
Yeah.
I've got a high vis in my bag.
But you're not allowed to take any photographs. This is what we're saying. Because this is private property. Yeah. And we're on a port.
Yeah, I'm not here to argue with you.
No, I understand
100%. When I looked online, obviously because I'm sent here to come and cover it,
yeah.
The Google car had actually come down to your gate. You understand that? So as people, probably where he got misunderstood was because the Google car had been down here. The Google car can only go where it's public property, because obviously it can't go into any private area. So I'd imagine that's where he got misunderstood, because the car had come right down to here, and I think it had gone up to that gate, and I think it had gone down, so that's where that misconception of private...
I think there was a lot of cross wires there.
I believe so, and I report the story transparently. You've been more than respectful to me. Yeah. And I can only do my job as in transparent media.
I do understand that.
Yeah. What I'll do, I'll put my high vis on now.
Could I just take your name?
My name, I'm from Pinac Media.
Pinac Media?
Yeah.
And what is your name?
My name, I'd like to keep that kind of private.
Pinac
If that's
Media.
Pinac Media.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is from
Pinac Media.
Pinac Media. Apparently, we had a report to say the guy that was here the other day got assaulted.
Okay.
I was sent here because I saw a clip of a video of one of the security guards approaching a member of the public that was filming.
So I'm happy to talk to you.
Yep.
Can we just do it over this
Oh,
side?
that, over that
Yeah,
point,
the
no,
gentleman's got
I
no
appreciate-
picture of that whatsoever.
Yeah, no problem talking to you.
Yep.
But we can just go up to the top of the road because obviously this is private property here. So I'm happy to talk to you.
Yep.
Just go to the top of the road.
Okay, no worries.
Okay,
I appreciate your time. Thank you
No-
very much
no
for
worries.
talking to us.
Have a good day.
And to you, darling.
All
See you.
right,
Take
Darren.
care.
Yep.
Right, I'll come this side of it. So what? I think
Are you
what the
videoing
issue
at
is,
the moment?
the camera stays on, and I'll tell you for what reason.
Oh, I've got no problem. No
Because of
problem
obviously then the accusations. So can I just stop you there for a
We're just
second?
gonna walk up top of the road
I'm going to
together.
stay here for a second because I'll tell you for why. I think where the wires were crossed, like I was explaining to your colleague there, when the guy initially come down here, I think he was working off the fact that it's publicly accessible, as you probably agree, of what he said and what I've seen, and the Google car has been down right to your gates.
Right.
And again, the Google, like what I understand it, the Google car can only go where it's public access. Right. So I think that's where the confusion of why he come down here, and was taking pictures and stuff like that. So, do you agree? And you're probably not going to agree that it's public access to here because this is a footpath. And obviously these guys who I've had a conversation with are saying they're working on a footpath. So if it's a footpath, then the public can use it, correct?
This is public property. So if we walk over here, I'll walk with you. I'm happy to talk to you.
Yeah. I'm just going to get a couple of pictures, obviously for the story. I'm just going to scan, take a couple of pictures, and then I'll be out your hair. Well, it's a story of that somebody, a photographer, turned up here to take some pictures and do some drone footage. Then got assaulted by one of his security guards. Okay. That's the story that I'm covering. See for myself how I get approached also.
Sure, yeah, I understand.
I think I want to be transparent in the fact that I don't think he will be the only guy that wants to come here and drone now. Okay. Now that video's online and it's getting 20, 30,000 views a day, I think it's going to be a massive highlight onto how your staff...
You do what you need to do.
Yeah, and then I certainly come and have a conversation with you. Yeah.
You...
So can I get a picture, I'll stay on the footpath of where it says site entrance, no entry, because obviously that was an issue for him over there. I'll get a picture of where it says welcome to PURFLEET,
and then I'll walk up there. Side, I'd rather you both stand
but
that
I won't
side.
be able to get a picture because I'm only using a mobile, and like if I see me using the mobile, I'll look rubbish. Like you can walk with me, I'm not going to go anywhere or breach anywhere. Like I just literally stand where that green box is, picture, and then we'll head off, yeah? Because I wasn't here, what did he try?
Like you to go.
No, that's fine. Did he try and go in there?
No.
He didn't. Did he try and go in there?
Nope.
Did he try and go in there?
Nope.
So he just stood where we stood.
Here. He stood here. And
Okay.
he went over to this area here.
Okay. And can you agree that your security guard that approached him acted unprofessionally? Because I've seen the video.
I'm not going to comment.
Okay, fair enough. So we'll get a picture of that when that lorry's gone. Get a picture of it, and then I'll quite happily walk up there with you.
All of this land here on this road is private property.
So the roadway.
The roadway, this whole area is private property.
Okay. When the Google car come down here, did you guys stop the Google car and tell him to get off?
I wasn't aware or didn't see the Google car.
Would you like to see that it's on Google Maps and it's public access?
I don't know the...
I'll quite happily show you because I've got another phone here.
I use Google Maps, that's not a problem. But what I'm saying to you is I don't know what access the Google car has or does not.
Well,
have,
it can only go. It can only go into public access because.
Have you done?
No, I haven't yet. Because I can show you this.
Because I'd like to let's get out there as soon as possible.
I just want to show you. So the Google car has come to here, where we're standing,
and then turn around.
And it's gone pretty much to where
so
it's certainly not on the pavement.
From there anyway, couldn't you?
We could, but I don't know if they're up to date images. And I wasn't here to get images. He was.
I would prefer you not to take any images. Well, I'd prefer let's walk over there. Let's have a chat. I'm happy to talk to you. As I said.
Yeah, I'm happy to talk to you. I'll just get a couple of pictures and then we'll head off, shall we? But when I believe when he was talking to somebody, he said, "Can you kind of prove that it's private and not public?" Right. Did you provide that information to him?
I haven't watched the video.
Oh, okay. Because in my understanding, this is because this is definitely public access. 100%, isn't it? So if nobody's trying to preach,
as far as I'm aware, it's private property.
okay. So when people that know what they're doing come and challenge that, is the correct response to kind of threaten them, be aggressive, and then assault them? So would you agree? Well, I'm off your land now, so I'm going to stay here. Would you?
This is all private. The whole road is private property.
Right, that's a public footpath, correct?
Jurgens Road is private property.
Okay, that's a public footpath with public access. Now, this is the issue. I don't want to end up having an argument with him.
I'm happy to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm not walking up to the top of the end of the road with you. I'm going to stay here and have a conversation with you here, so you don't have to walk all the way back. Because where I'm standing, I know I'm in public. And you're more than welcome to call the police, and we'll ask the police, or we're happy to call the council.
I don't see the need.
So I'm just saying, you know, I don't understand. Even now, I'm not even across the lines there. What the issue is with me stood here?
I've got no issue standing.
All right, because I thought you said you wanted to.
I'd just like you to come up here. That's
well, I would like to stand here because it's cold and I can't hear because of all the noise. So you know, I'm trying to ask you some reasonable questions so you can put your side across. If you were wrong with regards to where the gentleman was stood and on a public footpath and that's public access, and somebody else come, would you then not challenge them and just leave them to get on with what they were doing?
This is a private road.
Okay, it might be a private road, but it's got public access.
Okay.
And it's got implied rights of access. There are no barriers or, you know, restrictions up there. The only signs that I could personally see walking down here said public footpath this way. So there's nothing up there that says private road, do not enter. So again, that's where I think he challenged you, and then that's where now I'm challenging you. You might say it's private.
Yep.
It could be private, but it's got implied rights of access, and it's certainly open to the public because the public can walk down here. I know he had an argument with you about the railway crossings and the barriers there, and the lady said that the barriers were there to stop people coming in, but again, they're put in by Network Rail because we checked before we come. So that was misinformation from your security to that gentleman. We did call Network Rail and we did ask about that before we come. So if you can put your security staff right regarding the barriers here, because they're not protection from stopping people coming onto there. They're for Network Rail and people not getting run over by trains. Yeah, we get that, yeah. So where would you say, if there was somebody else that decided that they wanted to come down and film because of the video that's online, where would you say that they would then start, in your eyes, coming onto your land at the very top of the road?
We would not want anybody coming down, obviously, filming. Obviously, I understand what you're saying about public rights of access, public rights of way, what you're allowed to do in public access, public filming. I understand all of that, but this is a private road down here.
Okay, so if you get that, obviously we'll agree to disagree on that. Can I ask
about? I've got no issue with people standing at the top of the road.
Okay.
And filming down here.
But if they can't see anything from the top of the road. If people have got like interests in industry and what you're doing and stuff like that, you know, some people might want to come down and just have a look, or they might want to. If somebody had a question about what you were doing, how would they then communicate with you when your security hut's all the way down the bottom of the road? Do you know if somebody saw something that might concern them, or if they wanted to speak to you in some way, you know, how would they then get in contact with you?
They could get in contact with us over the telephone, via the internet.
Is there a phone number up there that they could use to call you? You see, like, I'm not trying to be awkward, but I'm trying to gain the transparency. So if you don't want people to come down here, but if somebody needs to communicate with you, then you need to have signage up there that says contact us on this number, or like a yellow phone or something like that, you know, like the police do. Like just pick it up and then it comes to your security hut.
That's the same with any area. If anybody's interested and wants to speak to people, they'll find a means of internet, telephone.
Yeah, no, we get it. You know, but not everybody would try and think then, well, hold on, I can't go down here, but I need to email them, or I need to. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because
I understand what you're saying.
As far as I understood, his interest was putting a drone over. Is that correct?
Yep, I understand that was the case.
So did he in the end? Sorry,
I don't know.
No, I don't know either.
And again, no issue on the public road up there.
Yep.
I know what you're saying about public access and public. There's nothing stopping people walking down here, but this is a private road.
Okay. Yeah. No, and that's for you and him to you know, to. I don't know if he's going to pursue it further or anything like that. I have yet to go and interview him. Obviously, I come here first to get your side before I find him, because he's quite hard to tie down, obviously, as you can imagine. I think possibly, knowing what I know with regards to what he does, he would possibly challenge that, maybe in court, especially with the assault.
Okay. Yes. I mean, like I say, I don't know the full ins and out of it. I understand there was a gentleman down here yesterday, Monday.
Yeah.
But in terms of the full details, no.
Would you be interested in watching his video and seeing it from his side and taking his point of view on how he was treated when he turned
It's
up?
not something I generally have an interest in.
Okay.
But obviously I'm interested in what happens here on the terminal, here on the port. I've taken the time to speak to you today, and
Which I really
appreciate
appreciate that. No, I really do.
And I'm not sort of stopping you standing here, but got no issue with you filming. Really would like you just really at the top of the road.
No, we get that.
Did you come in that way?
Yeah, I walked
I'll
down
walk
the
back
road.
with
Yeah, no worries. So with regards his droning,
Right.
would you, or if he stood at the top of the road,
Yeah.
would you then have a problem with him putting a drone over the top of your site then? If he was at the top,
Yep.
and he put a drone and he flew it all the way down the bottom, would you then try and find him, come and approach him and say, look, you know, you still can't do that, you're flying over our property?
The gentleman, from what I understand, has a drone and understands the laws around flying drones under certain weights, etc., etc. But I have no issue with someone standing on public footpath,
Okay.
carrying out their hobbies or interests.
So it wouldn't be an issue if somebody was stood at the top of the road and then they
There's
took their
obviously laws
drone.
and bylaws and restrictions around flying drones.
Correct.
Providing they are adhered to, then they're not breaking any rules or laws.
Can we, obviously, because we're walking and talking, the camera's bouncing, can we, are you happy to stand here?
I'll stand at the top with you, because obviously this is busy, we've got a lot of roadwork going on.
I want to be walking and talking because then
Okay,
the camera
we
goes...
stop talking, let's go to the top and then I'll answer.
Alright, while I'm here, I'm just going to document the rubbish that's down here. So who owns the road?
We do.
So the Port Authority owns the road?
The company owns this private road. I don't know the legal terms of who is on the documentation, but I'm told
So his argument could be then in court, you're trying to enforce something that you don't know who, you know, can you, like, again, I'm just trying to be transparent here with you and see both sides. Obviously I haven't gone and interviewed him, and I will do, and I'll get his side of the story, but you know, you can't enforce something when you're not 100% certain on what you're trying to enforce. Does that make sense?
Well, I'm telling you, I'm not going to comment on that because I don't fully understand your question.
Well, you say that people can't walk down here, so then my question is, why have a footpath?
So people don't walk in the road?
But people can't walk down here, correct?
I haven't said they can't walk down here.
Oh, just people with cameras?
I said it's a private road.
Okay. I want to report on a story, but I'm not allowed to report on my story, so you're restricting my work because I've come to your premises and I've been escorted off, which I feel then is...
I'm not sure, I can
Well,
ask
you've asked me about 1,000 times to walk to the top of the road. I haven't managed to do my story yet because you keep arguing with me the fact that it's public, it's private,
I'm not arguing with you, I'm cooperating with you.
I know you are, but I would like to be able to get to a common understanding where I was stood right down the bottom there, where I'd be able to take pictures of your property and report that.
Took those pictures,
I have, but the whole time we were talking and the camera was moving and stuff like that, you know, how I would see it, no matter where I would turn up to and report a story, I'd be allowed to do my job without interference. The second I turned up here, like your security lady come and spoke to me, which I appreciate, and that's fine. And then you come over. But I did take quite a lot of abuse from people in a van. That was recorded.
I can't comment on that.
Well, I know you wouldn't be able to,
no,
but
I didn't see.
I know. Well, they were quite abusive, quite a number of them. So that's fine. It's water off a duck's back. But I think your staff are really not representing your company very well. And public can use it. You can't restrict the movement of the public.
I haven't restricted you coming down here. I just asked you if we could continue the conversation.
Yeah.
And I'm trying.
But I said I didn't want to be up
here.
here.
I'm trying to give you a bit of time. Because you've come down, you wanted some transparency.
I did.
I'm talking to you and giving you as much of my time as I can.
Which I appreciate, but...
and being cooperative with you. All I would ask, as I have asked, is if we can just come up away from the terminal and we're talking.
Okay, but I want to be down there and report my story, and you're saying you're not restricting my access, but you are. You're restricting my movement.
And I've encouraged you to come up here.
A number of times, but if I said to you now, right, I've finished my conversation, which I really appreciate, it's been cordial, but now I want to go back down there and take a couple more shots, then what would happen?
Well, I'm not going to prevent you going down there.
Okay.
Because you obviously walked down there in the first place. So
Correct.
I'm not going to prevent you going down there. I've just asked you
Okay.
and encouraged you, let's talk, and I'm happy to talk up here.
Okay. From what I've seen of the video, are quite aggressive and rude.
Like I say, I'll endeavour to review that and look into that.
Incredibly shocking how a member of the public was trying to explain what he was doing, and he was shut down at every opportunity and then approached aggressively in an aggressive manner and assaulted. In my view, he was definitely assaulted. In the view of other people that work for Pinac, he was assaulted. You don't have to physically punch somebody to assault them. I am going to walk back down, but I'm not going to stand around. I'm not interested in standing around or
what
disrupting.
What do you want to do when you go down there?
I would like to get some uninterrupted shots. I'll compromise with it. I'll stay this side of the train tracks, just to get some shots and a panoramic view, and then I'll be out your hair. Have you got a just for my personal use, a business card or an email so I can send you the footage or a transcript of
No,
the?
that's fine. What I'll do is if I choose to and want to and decide to, I'll search it.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so it's Pinac Media.
Pinac.
Yep, Pinac. Pinac. Photography is not a crime. Right, thank you. So is that guy who's working again? Look, he's here. What's up? See your security guard there, look, again with the aggression. Not really smart. I think definitely, even then, that interaction with you stood next to me, they're quite an aggressive bunch working here, and it's the same guy. So that's a shame. So he hasn't been suspended or anything like that, he's still on full duties, even though he did assault somebody.
Let me just type that name you said.
Pinac. P-I-N-A-C. What's the name of their company, sorry?
Masked Guarding.
Masked Guarding?
Yeah,
Alright, brilliant. It's just so we can find them and obviously link them into the thing. It's a shame about the rubbish though. So do you own this as well?
What, the rubbish?
Well, no, like this part of the land.
It's all part of the land that's of this private road. But unfortunately, where this is, as you get in any areas, the rubbish comes up against fences, it comes up against barriers. You drive along the M25.
Yeah.
Certain areas of the M25.
It's not good for the environment though. No. That's quite a lot of rubbish down there. Surely you could get somebody out there to clean it up. Especially the guy with a hat. Teach him a lesson. Get out here with a stick or something.
Where about did you park?
Oh, I can't tell you that.
Appreciate that.
All right.
Thank you very much.
No worries. I'm gonna be out of here. I'm done.
Take care.
All right.
Thank
Appreciate
you
your
very
time.
much.
All right.
Thank you. Take care.
See ya. Right. So there you go. That's. I'll just take a picture of this side. Yeah, so there you go from me, LNA. Thanks very much for watching. In support of Enlightened Audits. We'll try that again because that's quite noisy. So in support of Enlightened Audits, thanks very much. We're done here at PURFLEET. We'll head off to somewhere else now. Did you like the way that we kind of dealt with that? Did you like the media side? Did you like the Pinac media side of things and the questioning? If that's something you liked, leave a comment in the comments and we'll read them. I'm quite happy to do that. A different way or another way. But yeah, so for now, thanks very much for watching. Go over and watch Enlightened Audit's video. I'll leave a link in the description. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, so link in the description. Go over, support Enlightened Audits. Please like, share and subscribe this video. If you liked the way that I done this one as more of a reporter kind of style, leave a like and a comment. But yeah, so thanks very much guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you.